All right, let's dive right in. We're going to unpack some really powerful, life-altering ideas from a classic Jim Rohn seminar. And this isn't just some abstract theory, It's a philosophy that has genuinely changed countless lives. And believe it or not, it all comes down to one simple, profound promise.
This right here, this single sentence, is the key that unlocked everything for him. It was said to a young, struggling Jim Rohn by his mentor, a man named Earl Shoaff, and it literally became the foundation for his entire life's work. It's not just a promise, it's a direct challenge to every single one of us.
Now, to really feel the weight of that promise, you've got to understand just how desperate Jim Rohn's situation was when he first heard it. So let's just go back in time for a second.
Okay, so picture this. He's 25 years old, and this is his life. He literally had pennies in his pocket, zero in the bank, and he was always behind on his bills. Worst of all, he was just embarrassed. He felt like he was constantly letting his family down with broken promises. That was his rock bottom.
And this is the gut punch his mentor gave him. It's such a brutal truth, isn't it? Without a real, fundamental change in who you are, your future is just going to be a replay of your past. You'll still be behind on bills, still breaking promises. Nothing will be different.
So what was holding him back? What was keeping him stuck in that cycle? Well, it was a mindset trap, one that is incredibly common. So many of us fall into it without even realizing it.
This right here is so telling. Look at his old wish list. He was just waiting for the world to change for him. If only the government would. If only my boss would. But the reality, the blunt reality, is that those things, the economy, the government, your boss, they're not going to magically change just for you. They're largely outside of your control.
So this big realization led to the central metaphor his mentor used to explain this whole idea, and honestly, it's one of the most powerful analogies I've ever heard.
Think of it like this. The wind represents everything we can't control, right? The economy, politics, recessions, opportunities. It's the same wind blowing on every single one of us. It doesn't care if you're successful or unsuccessful. It just blows.
So, that leads to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? If we're all dealing with the same external conditions, the same wind, why do people end up in such wildly different places in life? What's the one thing that actually makes the difference?
And the answer is, it's not the wind. It's the set of your sail. And your sail? Well, that's you. It's your philosophy, your skills, the books you read, the new habits you build. This is the one thing you have almost complete control over.
So the big takeaway here is this. Stop wishing for things to get easier. Stop wishing for less wind. The real work, the real game changer, is to wish for the wisdom and the skills to become better so you can handle any wind that comes your way.
Okay, so how do we take this amazing metaphor and actually make it practical? How do you, set a better sail?
Now, this might sound a little strange at first, but just stick with me. Most of us spend, 8, 10, 12 hours a day working on our jobs, but almost zero time working on ourselves. Rohn's mentor said to flip that entire idea on its head.
And here's the simple logic behind it. You don't get paid for your time. Not really. You get paid for the value you bring to the marketplace in that time. So if you want to make more money, don't just work more hours. Become more valuable. Level up your skills. Expand your knowledge. Improve your attitude.
So how do you do that? Well, his mentor gave him this simple game plan, these 4 steps. First, actually take time to learn from your own wins and losses. Second, learn from what other people go through, the good and the bad. Third, become a reader. And fourth, write things down. Keep a journal so you don't lose all those incredible ideas.
Okay, and now we get to the payoff. This is the proof in the pudding. This is where we see the absolutely dramatic, real-world result of what happens when somebody actually takes this philosophy to heart.
This timeline says everything. Look at this. For his first 6 years of working, from age 19 to 25, he ended up completely broke. Then, at 25, he flips the switch. He starts working on himself. And in the next 6 years, he became a millionaire. A total 180.
And here's the real kicker. During that incredible 6-year turnaround, all those external things he used to blame, they were pretty much the same. The wind was still blowing. The only variable in the entire equation that changed was Jim Rohn. That is the power we're talking about.
And so, we come full circle, right back to that original promise. But now it's not just some hopeful phrase, is it? It's a proven formula. If you will commit to getting better, to developing your sail, then everything connected to you, your income, your life,
Your future is going to get better right along with you.
So I'll leave you with this final, very practical question. This isn't about some huge overnight change. It's just about starting. So what's one small thing, just one, you can do today to start setting a better sail for your own life? The wind is already blowing. The rest is up to you.